Hi everybody, and welcome to my Unruly Housewife channel. Today I'm going to tell you about the 7 things that I've bought to use with my polymer clay that I regret buying. So let's get on with it. I'm going to jump straight in with these. When you buy things from Amazon, or I guess eBay as well, it's always good to get the sizes. I wanted to get some rubber tools, rubber tipped tools like this one, to use in my clay. I found this so useful, I thought I would buy some extras, and I sent off, and this is what came back. Now, I've tried to use them, but they haven't really come in that handy. I make little things, fairy doors, you know, jewellery. Yeah, I didn't really check how big these were. Always check how big things are, and yeah, that's not even similar, is it? So I gave one to Tracy Jones of the channel TJ Silver, because there was a double of one of them as well, just to add insult to injury. But I don't think she's going to use hers very much, and I don't really use mine. So generous of me to give her that. And while we're talking about sizes of things, here's another here's another thing that I bought. It's always good if you look on Amazon or eBay or somewhere to buy things that are used with sugar, cake making, stuff like that. You can get some really nice, cheap, flexible texture sheets and moulds. But I sent off for this one and I think it might have been a tiny bit too big. This wasn't really what I was going for. It's way too deep and way too sort of blocky. Might be good for a wedding cake, a giant wedding cake, but not for polymer claying. And not only that, but look at the shapes. There's a promising vibe about them, but when you actually look at them, I mean, what is that? I don't even know what it is. So yeah, this is taking up room in my cupboard, and it's took up some of my money, and yeah, it's a pretty rubbish texture sheet. So thing number 3 is this, and this is controversial because it's a Fimo bead roller. Now I love Fimo, I don't think there's a secret about that, but this I don't like, and I'll show you why. First of all, you've got this depressing little thing that measures out how much clay you're allowed to use for your beads. And I like organic-y type beads, really, of the polymer clay ones. I'm not really a bead maker, but when I see other people's, I like the organic ones. This fuss here, trying to fill this thing in, it's not any fun. I'm going to take the clay off. I didn't even use a knife, that's quite untidy of me. You take the clay out. Already I'm depressed. And then you roll it and put it in the bead maker. Now, oh, whoops, now I'm going to put it in the most impressive one, just to make myself look wrong. Then you roll like this. Okay, so it's made a little bicone bead. It's not perfect. You've still got to put a hole through it, which is, to my mind, the most difficult bit. And I don't know. I mean, it sort of makes beads, but you know, I can make beads like that, to be honest. I just made that myself. Why would I need to put it in there? And do this depressing thing. Oh, for goodness sake. Yeah. Maybe I'm a clumsy idiot, but I don't really enjoy Fimo bead roller. It's the only thing they make that I don't enjoy, so let's get rid of that. Thing number 4 are these. They're my Pbo Paints. Pbo. Here they are. As you can see, they need a bit of a shake. I bought these about a year ago. I think it's about a year. I made this pretty little faux jade bowl with some sort of fantasy things inside, and if you see that there, I used this paint to make the water bottom, and that's all I used it for. These are an example of when you see something and you think that looks good, and you buy it and then you never get around to using it again. So I had a little go, thought, oh yeah, it's alright, and then never used it again. So I mean, I'm not saying any of these things are but necessarily bad, but just, you know, I should have controlled myself before splashing out on 6 pots of paint that, to be honest, I wasn't going to use. Okay, now I'm going to show you thing number 5. Why? Why did I buy these? I don't know why. I mean, I'm quite bad at measuring things and stuff, and for some reason I sent off for these. They're horrible. They've got that kind of horrible yellowy industrial stuff on them, and they're huge. I'm not really sure. I think I sent off to China. By the time they arrived, I couldn't understand why I'd ordered them. If I was some Victorian phrenologist, you know, feeling the bumps on your head or measuring how far apart your eyes were to see if you're going to be a criminal, it would make sense. But I don't know why I bought them. I don't know why I still have them. Thing number 6 is this. Takes both hands. It's a pack of plaster of Paris bandages. I once watched a tutorial where a very lovely lady made a head out of plaster of Paris bandages and then covered it in polymer clay. Some of you might have seen that tutorial. I sent off, they're only like £3 for 3 packets, so I sent off for all this plaster of Paris bandage. This one's open, these two aren't. £3.31, bargain. I never made the head. If I ever break my leg in a sort of zombie apocalypse or something where I can't get treatment, these might come in very, very handy. I can set the bones myself. Other than that, I do have quite a lot of this in my craft supplies. And I honestly don't know why. So that's thing number 6, plaster of Paris bandages. Be warned, you know, just don't watch a tutorial and get carried away. That's my advice. And last but not least is thing number 7, and I'm not sure if I can even fit this in the picture, because thing number 7, just turn it around for you, is my Dremel. I kept seeing people, oh sorry, it's so heavy it's knocking the table flying. I keep seeing people saying that they use their Dremel, and I sent off one and I thought it'll be a sweet little thing. Let me just unpack it. I thought it'll be a sweet little thing that I can use. And I'd seen pictures and it's kind of like this. So it's like a little, almost like a little pen. What I didn't know was that it was attached to something like this, which has to be like hung from a shelf or something. I don't know. And it's just got, there's just loads of it. It all kind of, whoops, I dropped the box. It all gets fixed together. It's terrifying. It's a huge, terrifying industrial thing. I'm a lady. Oh my goodness. It's too much. It also came with all these like bits. There's a book that doesn't tell you how to use it properly if you're me, and then there's all these things that I'm terrified to try and screw onto the end. So I paid quite a lot of money for that Dremel. And yeah, I am going to learn how to use it, but just be warned, if you buy a Dremel, it's not just a tiny thing like a pen, it's just like a massive load of stuff that you need to hang up or something. Tell me in comments down below if you do hang your Dremel up or if you can just lay it down. I think I've just laid it down the one time that I did use it. And I was decorating a jar and it had the sell-by date around the edge of the lid, the metal lid, and I sort of used the Dremel to try and scrub out the cell binder. That is literally the only thing I've used it for. If I want to make holes, I've got like a little twist drill that you just hold in your hand that's manually operated. Oh dear. So there you have it. There are the 7 things that I should never have bought to use with my polymer clay. They didn't suit me. They might suit you. Tell me what you think, and tell me the biggest waste of money you've done for your polymer clay. Let's all sympathise with each other. I won't pile in the big things. Thank you for watching. I love you all, and do subscribe if you want to. Bye bye.